Okay, so today we're just going to learn a quick lesson on Boolean and what that really means. And we should have a minute extra to kind of talk about some operators. So here's a quick example here. Is hot right there. So is hot is a variable. This particular variable is a Boolean variable. So it doesn't store integers. So you can't store numbers in it. It's a Boolean one. And that means that this variable can only be stored whether it is true or it's going to be false. That's what that means. So, so sometimes when you want to store a value in here that is a variable, true or false, that works really good later on. Not this particular one, but later on when we're doing loops, you'll learn that you might want to write some statement that sees if something is true or false, right? And if it is true, then it will do this code, because maybe all this code has lots of lines of code that's going to do something really cool. But you don't want it to happen until something happens. So let's say this temperature gets over 100 or something like that. And when that becomes true, then it does the code. So we need to know when something is true or false. Um, Now, this variable being a Boolean, you need to compare two integers to see if something is true or false to set it. That's how this particular one works. So I wanted to show you operators. We do have greater than, we have less than, we have equal. Equal and equal has two signs because this is a comparator, one that compares whether two numbers are equal. One equal sign just means to be it, so it's an assignment. Like it says, whatever this is, whether it's true or false, we're going to set this variable equal to it. It's going to force it to be that. So it's not comparing. This one is for comparing. You use two equal signs. If you want to see if something is not equal, we say not equal with an exclamation point here. And then we have the greater than or equal to and the less than and equal to. And let's just go over a few examples of this to see when something is true or false, okay? Um, let's put some random numbers here. Let's go 5 and 3, and let's put 5 and 3 again. And let's go 5 and 3. Let's just do 5 and 3 down the row and see what happens with all these, okay? And these ones at the end are going to be very similar to the top ones. So let's look at these and see if they're true or false. Um, 5 is greater than 3. Is that true or false? So that's true, okay? So this one is true. 5 is less than 3. No, it is not. That's false. So we're almost like we're grading and seeing if something is correct or not. And that's more or less what we're doing. 5 is equal to 3. No, it's not. Okay, so that's false. So we're going to put a false. 5 is not equal to 3. That's right. 5 is not equal to 3. So that's true. And this one's a tricky for some people because it's kind of like a not and then it becomes true. So not sounds false, but don't overthink this. Just try to read it to yourself little by little. Go 5 is not equal to 3 and go, is that true or false? And say, okay, that's true. So go ahead and put that. That's true. They are not equal. 5 is greater than or equal to 3. That is true. 5 is less than or equal to 3. No, it is not. That is false. So now we know how operators work, true or falses, and what a Boolean is. A Boolean is just something that is always true or false, nothing else, no in-betweens, only one or the other. And one last thing I want to show you is hot is equal to this. 105 is greater than 100. Is that true or false? 105 is greater than 100, so this is true. So this is definitely going to be true. And it says print is hot, so it wants to print it. So that's why the answer, the output will be true. So print just means to show it on your screen and like make it print something onto your screen. And it will only print the word true. It will not print anything else because that's exactly what is stored in here. Remember, it's a Boolean variable, so it can only be one or the other. And that's it.